My peeps in the house. So recently went out and got this new microphone. The longest part was actually the shipping to get all the pieces together to actually get it into a stand with a mic. When I first bought it, it was just a mic with no stand. I don't know how that came to be, but whatever. The creators of that thought, hey, you know what? You can just find your own stand. It's all good. And it was actually, I think, even advertised on the box as a YouTube mic stand or something like that. So anyway, finally get the mic stand going. That was the test one and test two episodes I did as podcasts about how to get the mic stand together. So if you want to hear all that, that's all there. So the next piece, which is this one now, and I guess I'll have to talk about all of it really uh, completely to give the whole picture of how to get it up and running in 5 minutes onto YouTube. So basically, after I get the mic stand going, I consider, well, how am I going to get this onto some sort of platform where people can actually grab it and access it, whether it's on my website or on some audio website or whatever. And so I go to put it on YouTube and immediately find that YouTube does not support audio formats. Of course, they're only video. Makes sense. So at that point, you really want to find a way to easily and without having to sign up for accounts and uh, you know go pay for software, additional software, whatever. I'm never the kind of guy to just jump to that kind of stuff. I'm usually going to use what I got kind of guy, right? So I figure there's just no way that I can make an audio recording very easily in QuickTime, which is the first piece of software I figured out to use. Of course, all of this is predicate on if you have a Mac. So let me just say that right now at the beginning. Um, I was able to get up and running in 5 minutes on YouTube with audio podcast because I had a Mac with software built into it to allow me to do that. So, long story short, from the beginning, I get the mic going, all the pieces come in the mail, I put it together, yay, it plugs in the computer USB, and then it's the software portion now is really the meat and potatoes of getting your stuff up and running in YouTube or on the web in 5 minutes. So I go to YouTube, it does not support the audio format, so I start to research, and it looks like basically everyone says that you need to convert your audio into video. Okay, cool, right on. Let's do that. So I immediately think, well, there's got to be a way, like in QuickTime, because QuickTime has the very nifty record audio function. So in QuickTime, which is like built into Macs, into the Mac OS, you can just open up QuickTime, go up to the menu, and it will have new screen record, new video record, and new audio record. The audio I'd never messed with before, but I was familiar with the other two. I click on new audio record, and that allows me to just make the M4A file. So the extension is .m4a when I'm done. And it's just an audio recording, like I'm recording now in the new mic. I was like, cool. So I made sure that I was set to the new mic. It's one thing you don't want to do is be set to internal mic, plug it in and think, oh, it's running, because you're probably still recording off the internal speakers of the computer. So you want to make sure when you go to your recording program, which mine was QuickTime, that I selected the USB microphone, which is the one I'm recording on now. So in QuickTime, I'm able to do new audio. I tell it to use the microphone, the new one, and then at that point, when I'm done, it creates the .m4a file. So YouTube doesn't want to upload that. And so I started looking around, and of course, there's all kinds of options on the internet. Let us convert your M4A. So upload it here. There's YouTube videos of people showing it. Upload here. And that's cool. That's awesome. I suppose if you don't have the Mac software or if there's not a comparable Windows software, then you're probably going to have to rely on one of these websites or external sources to convert your M4A into an MP4 extension. So .mp4 is your standard video extension file that YouTube will support and will put on your channel. So I go and create the M4A, the music file. And instead of dealing with external software, things on the web, which is pretty much the first thing you come across when doing research, remember that there's iMovie on the Mac. I've done quite a bit of my editing on iMovie for my YouTube videos. And iMovie has the wonderful ability, and I know this because I've used it so much, to import in audio tracks, audio files, and video files and mix this stuff up to your heart's content. So I was like, wow, awesome. Let's do that. So I go into iMovie. Lo and behold, I can drag in all of my content that is audio related along with a picture if I just want to have a picture running like I'm doing here with the audio in the background. But I can mix together video, whatever. So I just bring in a picture of myself, a regular PNG, JPEG, whatever. I import in then the audio track, which is my M4A, and I export or share. In iMovie, you share it, and it will export it as a actual movie, which is the MP4 extension that is required from YouTube. So at that point, I go ahead, bring in my stuff into my to my editor, and I make sure that the picture runs as long as the audio does, and it's all in sync, and it all looks good. And I put in a little bit of transitions at the end to fade out and whatever. And so, some little bit of editing, not much, very little editing is required, and I export that thing as a .mp4, and so I upload it to YouTube, and now I have my podcasts in YouTube. And so, for anyone that was going the same route as I was, that was looking for research on how to do this very, very quickly without getting external software and just kind of using what you have, basically, once you get the new mic, the YouTube and the iMovie is a great way, and also QuickTime to record the audio file in the first place. iMovie does have the ability as well to use a voiceover function where you can just click on a little microphone in there and record directly over your project you're working on in iMovie. So that's another option. So bottom line is it's really simple with iMovie and QuickTime to create a podcast like under 5 minutes, honestly. Once you get the hardware up and running, you just get those programs up and running. Very easy to create and then upload to YouTube. And thanks for listening.